gallery space and is on Main Avenue in Katy Corner to where the Toyota building is. And that's a building. I'm born and raised in Clinton, Iowa. I remember McElhaney Motors. I remember going, to go car shopping with my parents. And so seeing this building, I just always thought it was such a really cool space and an important anchor point for Main Avenue. And so last year during the Art and Wine Walk in the Lions District, I was standing out in front of my building, passing out like snacks and drinks and things, and I just kept looking at it and I thought, gosh, let's just do it. Let's just do something with this. Let's, if we're not sure what we're gonna do with the building sort of as a whole, in the interim, why not make it beautiful and have it be vibrant and bring some life to this end of Main Avenue? And so my partner, my boyfriend Chris, is a very talented muralist, and so knowing, I had never painted a mural before, and I didn't really know where to find the artists for that and all of that, but I know how to run big projects and do big public art projects, and so kind of together we made this perfect team for this event where I can do the fundraising and the managing and all of those logistical back end things, and he was able to connect us with the perfect artists to get these walls painted. And and it's also awesome because now he has this massive wall that he can paint on as well. So it really came out of a love for Clinton, a love for Lions, and honestly too, that Chris and I were together and were able to create this thing together was also really special.
So were you surprised by the results that took place?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It was fantastic last year, just the response we got, not only the artwork that was created, but also the community response and just how excited people were and how grateful people were. It was a continuous stream of traffic and people saying, thank you so much, we're so happy to see something happen down here. So yeah, it was really fantastic and really special. And so to be able to do it again, a second year, and last year I proposed, so the sawmill owns the property, and so I went to their board meeting. I want to say it was like May 28th. It was like literally the last Thursday in May, and we did our festival like this third week of August. So we had no time to plan or anything. So this year we've had a full year to be able to plan and fundraise and get the word out. So it's been a lot more relaxing this year.
And the weather has been so much better this year than last year.
I feel like last year we paid our dues. It was so hot, and just so the weather is perfect for us now, but even still, when you're on the lift and you're in front of concrete, it is like, it really drains you. It's still like the sun is still pretty powerful, but the weather is just gorgeous. So we're really happy, and it looks like the weather's going to hold for the whole week. So
great.
Yeah.
Again, visiting with Gabi Torres. Now, yesterday, Matt Parbs was in for the Grow Clinton show.
Okay.
And I didn't realize he was president of your board.
Yes, he's president of our board.
He's so active.
Yes.
My goodness.
We're so lucky to have him in our community.
We
he really is
are,
so active in so many things, and is passionate about Clinton and doing things that impact Clinton in a positive way and help us grow. So yeah.
But he did make the comment that somebody mentioned to him, I really like that one mural, and you're going to erase it and paint over it. But is this something that you're planning to do every year?
So our intention is to do this festival every year and to continue to bring new artwork for our community and new artists and whatnot. And so the concept, I know it is, people are like, but why? We loved it, and I do understand. And hopefully as we grow, this festival, as it grows, we can, our plan would be, or our dream would be, if there's other buildings in town, we could do maybe more permanent murals other places, but still continue to bring new artwork into the Toyota building. But it's a concept that I got from Miami. So I was in Miami for a show. I saw this area called Wynwood Walls, and it's very similar. It's like a few buildings that are kind of like the Toyota building, enclosed in a fenced-in area. And there's a few permanent murals there, but they're constantly changing. Most of them are like maybe 6 months tops, and then new artists come. So
let's talk a little bit about the artists. Who's all going to be coming in?
We are so fortunate. We have such a great group of artists this year. So myself, Chris, and Brandon Price are the three local artists from Clinton, and then we have and just sort of in the world of street art, a lot of people have your regular name, and then you might have the name that you might sign your work with. Mm-hmm. So we have Louis. He signs Hippie. So if you see Hippie, that's Louis' wall. He's from Los Angeles. And then we have our friend Wes. He's returning from last year. So he's coming from Utah. Did I get that right? Wes, if you're listening, it's Utah, right? So Wes is coming from Utah. And then we have two guys coming from Denver. So we have Chuck and James, and they're coming out from Denver. And we also have Juan Kim from Chicago, and we have Don and his son Elijah are here painting together, which is really cool too. And they're from Kansas City, and so it's really great. And we have this great group of people, and if people would like to maybe meet them and talk to them, we have an awesome event that we're adding this year to the festival. So we have an artist meet and greet event tomorrow, and the Great Revivalist Brewery in the basement from 6 to 8. And so you can come down. It's very open house, very, very casual, but you can come in. You can talk to the artists. You can meet them. We will have shirts for sale and other merchandise so they can sign your shirt for you there. And I think they might even have some artwork and things for sale as well. And everyone is very, very approachable and friendly, so please do come down if you're curious. And I know, part of the reason I decided to do the meet and greet event is because one of the things that has been such a lovely compliment is from moms. And moms will be like, my kids are obsessed with this building. I have to bring them down like once a week to just look at the artwork. And it's funny because a lot of the kids too are like, they understand like spray paint, and you can use spray paint to make art, and they're very curious about it. So I was like, well, that would be so cool if they could meet real artists who are doing this work. So that was sort of the inspiration for doing the meet and greet. So it is family friendly. So if the littles want to come and meet some artists, bring them down. We'd love to have them and have that interaction.
So today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
So how are things coming along down? I have not been down there yet. I got to drive by there. So what's it looking like?
It's looking, it is breathtaking. It is so incredible to see the progress that's been made. So our artists touched down. They came into town on Saturday, I want to say like between 3 and 4 o'clock. Let's say maybe even 5 p.m. And today is Tuesday. And you can drive by and be like, oh my gosh, they're almost done. Like, it's just, the progress has been incredible. Yeah. So they're really working hard. They're working fast. And it's so awesome because these are just people, these artists just love to make art and love to paint. And so, it's like painting from sun up till sundown.
So how does the process work? Not being an artist, yeah. Do they like trace and then fill in with the spray paint?
So it really depends. Every artist has a different process. For our walls, most of the artists did project. So in the evening, they project their image onto the wall, and then they trace that, and then after that they can like fill in and sort of block it out that way.
I could see where that would work great. Yeah.
So that's like really helpful, I think, if you're doing big walls like this, and there's like a specific timeline. But not everybody does that. We definitely have 2 artists who are just looking at the wall, and to me, I'm just like, oh wow, that's amazing. They are just able to freestyle or just like look at the picture that they designed and just be like, okay, and proportionally it's perfect. So kudos to them.
Yeah, no kidding. So what is all going to be taking place on Saturday?
Okay, let me just refer to my notes so I don't forget. Also, so I just have to say, this is super exciting. So Wednesday, we have the artist meet and greet. Right. Thursday morning, Glazy Days Donuts will be in front of the building starting at 9 a.m. for donuts. So that's another time you can come out, check out what we're doing, and get some donuts and have a good time. So that's Thursday morning. And then Saturday is the big block party. So that's on August 24th from noon until 10 p.m. And we have a lot of stuff this year. We're trying to grow each year. So we have live performances by Inner Dance Iowa. That's a dance troupe from a nonprofit dance organization from Iowa City, and they'll be coming to do some like interactive stuff. We have DJ Now and Then from 2 to 6. The Stockwells, That's like the Paint It Back official band. They play for us all the time. Thank you, Josh. That they're playing from 7 to 10. And then throughout the day, we have games. So the Sawmill's providing family-friendly games for the kids. We have our kids' wall again this year, but this year it is 54 feet long. So there is lots of space for kids to paint on and play around and, do some spray painting. And we have our food trucks. So we have Mahalas, we have Holly's Dogs, and we're going to have Mike's Fun Food there as well. And then I believe Clinton Rod Club is going to come and park their cars there for a little bit too. So, there's going to be a lot of stuff to see and do. And then I think some of the artists will still be painting, so you can watch them work.
Now, so you're going to have some youngsters do some painting as well. Will the artists come on over and maybe critique what they're doing and help them out a little bit?
I'm sure if you ask, they'd be more than happy to help. Yeah, maybe they'll come by to the kids' wall and give some pointers. They'd be happy to do it. I'm sure if I asked, I probably don't even have to ask. They'll probably go paint with the kids anyway.
That is such a great area, the Sawmill Museum, and then you got that big open area.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It
so
lends
nice.
itself so well for something like this.
It really is the perfect spot for this type of festival, and it is just so exciting to have an event that encourages people to go down there and see this space. And then, the Sawmill Museum is right there. So I hope if you've not been there yet, it's a great time to go and check it out. We're really fortunate. It's a lovely area, and it's quite frankly perfect for a festival.
Appreciate your time. Before we let you go, I was watching Iowa Public Television last week, and there was Gabi Torres on my television.
Oh, boy.
Talk a little bit. How did that come about? That was a great piece, by the way.
Thank you. I was really happy with how it turned out. Honestly, so last year, I sat on a panel in Des Moines about creative placemaking, and it was for an event put on by Meta. And then I sat on a panel for that, and one of the producers from Iowa Public Television was in the audience, and she approached me later and said she wanted to do like a little piece about like what I've been doing in Clinton with the Grove was what she wanted to do. And then Emily Ketzel, who was so wonderful, she was the producer, I convinced her, I was like, give me 15 because I wanted to really showcase all the art and all the cool things we were doing in Clinton, Iowa. And so she came down. It was about a year in the making, that project, and she came down several times and got a lot of footage. And it was also during the time of the Wildness Project, and then also Paint It Back. So I was really happy with how much of Clinton people got to see and experience, the different, our nature things and our Paint It Back. And
she was you were driving your car, it looked like, when she was talking to you.
Yeah. I drove her down the riverfront, and she was in there filming me. And so it was very special, and I'm really proud of it. And because I feel like it really we got a chance to really showcase our community.
And it touched a little bit about your parents as well, right there at the outset. And I didn't realize your mom's from Argentina.
Yeah, my mom's from Argentina. My dad was from Mexico, and this is their home. And Dad, he loved Clinton so much. He just had such a love and a passion for Clinton and the area. And so it's always been really important to me to carry that through.
One other thing that kind of struck me was the comment that you made, like when some people see like an empty space, you see an opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I feel like I think a lot of artists are like this, and also that's kind of how the Paint It Back project came about too, is, I've just always looked at spaces that might be, considered neglected or underutilized or this or that. And, a lot of times it's very natural to be like, oh, that's nice, or this is that. But I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity. What are the possibilities, So, and I feel like a lot of artists probably share that frame of mind. But yeah, I think having that mindset helps us make really awesome things. So,
hey, appreciate you coming in. If people would like to find out more, Facebook, social media.
Facebook. So we are at Paint It Back on Facebook, and then there's the Paint It Back block party, and that has all the information. I do want to mention that it is BYOB, so you just bring your lawn chair and your coolers, and just have a good time.
Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Love it. Embrace it. Right now.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
I've been around, all these sports and Olympics for such a long period of time. At one point yesterday in the fourth quarter, I just realized I've got three of the greatest players that I've ever seen on the floor together. It's LeBron, it's Steph, and KD. Awesome. And Steph even talked about how they're too unselfish because, hey, I got the ball. Well, I can throw it over to KD. Or there's LeBron. It's not one of those where you go, I got to take this on my own. But I'm watching that and just kind of taking in, savoring the moment of we're seeing three of, let's say, top 10, top 12, 15 players of all time. We've been treated to some great basketball. I mean, these are all-timers. But Steph Curry doing what he's doing, and there's nobody else on the planet like him.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you. For weeknights at 6 on FM 1.